In this video, I'm going to show you how I apply my concealer to give it the best chance of lasting all day without creasing. Hello and welcome, or welcome back. So what am I doing with cucumber slices under my eyes, you might well ask? Well, I don't have any of those fancy eye patches which I've seen a lot of YouTubers use, although I do intend to get some and try them out. But in the meantime, I've gone old school, and I'm sure those of you who are old as me, and I've just turned 70, remember that putting cucumber slices over one's eyes was supposed to depuff them. Now, because I wanted to talk to you with the cucumber slices on, rather than lying down and putting the camera over my face, I thought I'd just slice them. And actually, I have to say, as you can see, they're staying on really well. Now, whether they'll work in the same way as having a whole cucumber slice over your eyes, I don't know. But I thought it was a bit of fun to start off the process. So what we're going to do is, on my right eye, I'm going to apply a high-end concealer, and on my left eye, I'm going to apply an affordable concealer. So we'll see which one fares best. But before that, we're going to be applying primers as well. So not primers that go on the lids, but just regular face primers. Now, when I was planning to record this video, I had seen some fab videos by Glam girl Gabby, who's one of my absolute faves on YouTube. She does such great tutorials for mature women as well as for women in her age bracket. I think she's in her late 30s. And Gemma from Pampered Wolf also does them. And she actually released a video, I think it was earlier this week, about how she stops her concealer from creasing and how she makes it look its very best. And she started off the video using the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it was, depuffers, you know what I mean, the under eye depuffer thingies. Now, her application of concealer was probably a little bit more, I was going to say convoluted. I don't mean that at all in a negative way, but it had a little bit more to it. And I'm trying to simplify it a bit because my under eyes are so old. Obviously, I'm 70 now and they're pretty wrinkled. And I have had some problems with them lately where I've found some sort of congealing going on, particularly under the right eye. The right eye is definitely the trickier one. The left eye is not quite so bad. It's a bit smoother. So what we're trying to do today is to make sure that our under eyes are as smooth as possible before we apply our concealer. I'm not going to use I'm not going to use a colour corrector today because I'm still quite worried about using colour corrector as an extra step. I don't think we want too many products under our eye. Having said that, I'm going to be using a primer, which I don't usually do. In fact, I've only just started doing it the last few weeks. And that's thanks to my lovely, lovely subscriber, Lynette, who I have mentioned in a previous video. And she's the one that suggested using a primer under the eyes. And actually, interestingly, I don't think Gemma nor Gabby talk about using a primer under the eyes. They do talk about, I think Gabby talks about using moisturiser under there, maybe adding a bit of extra moisture, but I don't think either of them have mentioned primers before. Anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. So let me take off these slices. See how amazing they stayed all that time? And I'll put my hair back. Now, those of you who watch my channel before will be wondering what I'm doing in leopard print, because I think I may have said I couldn't wear leopard print anymore in some of my fashion videos. But my oldest and bestest friend in the world, who I've known since I was about 2, bought me this absolutely beautiful top from Intimissimi, which is an Italian undergarment brand. And oh my gosh, it's so fantastic. I absolutely love it. I'll put the details down below for you if you're interested in it. And actually all the details of all the products I use today will be down below in the description box. But honestly, it's a kind of a thermal cashmere top and it's so soft, and I think the colours are absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it and I don't want to take it off. So let's start with the right eye, and on the right eye we are going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. And what I really like about it is it's a gel formula, and that's what it looks like. And I think a gel is really nice to apply under your eyes. I'm going to put a bit here as well because it just feels quite cooling. And it feels very velvety under the eyes. I'm just kind of patting it. I don't want to tug or pull under my eyes because they're so delicate. And I'll just pop a bit here for when I put my foundation on, which I'll do a bit later. And if I hadn't said this before, I can't remember if I did, but we are going to do an all-day wear test, so I will be coming back at the end of the day and letting you know how things have fared. Okay, I think that's enough primer on that side. Now I was going to use this other e.l.f. primer, not the classic Poreless Putty. I was going to use this one, which Gabby recommended, but I'm not sure that I will. It's meant to be better for drier skins, but I tried it the other day and I wasn't sure that it worked terribly well. I need to practice with it a bit more. So I think we're just going to go with the OG liquid Poreless Putty primer. Actually, this is liquid as opposed to the one in the jar. So I thought maybe this would be a little bit more like the Huda. So let's pop a bit on here. So this one's tinted and it's not a gel, but it's not too runny. It's a little bit runny, but it's not too runny. So let's pop some under here very gently. Ooh, should have put it on my other hand, a silly me. What a dork. Right, let's be very, very gentle with this. Feels nice. It's not quite as sticky as the Huda, but I think it's giving a nice base. Let me zoom you in so you can get a really good look at my under eyes before I apply the concealer. So I think you can see there are a lot of lines. This eye in particular, or under this eye, has more lines than this side. This is the trickier side of the two. But I think they look nice and smooth. The worry then is always when you start to put the concealer on, where it's going to settle. Because that's what happens when you put a product over a line. It's definitely going to go into a crevice or a line, isn't it? But what we're trying to do by using the primer is to give it as smooth a canvas as possible for it to kind of sit on top of the lines as opposed to immediately sinking right into them. That's the theory anyway. I'll just put a bit more primer here just so that I've got a nice base. Gabby is a big proponent of primers, I must say, and she makes a very good case for them. She talks about you wouldn't put paint directly onto a wall, would you? You'd put a primer on first. Not that I've done any painting at all. I am absolutely hopeless in the painting and decorating department. I can just about drill a hole in a wall and put a raw plug in and maybe hang something up if I had to, but that's about my limit. So the concealer we're going to use on this side, on the right side, is the Fenty Beauty, and I think I'm in the shade, I can't remember which shade I'm using here, but I'll put that down below for you. I've got two. I think I was going to use the brighter one today. So it's either 25, is it 125N or something like that. Now this has a very nice angled doe foot, but I think to be on the safe side, I'm going to pop some on the back of my hand. Now Gemma from Pampered Wolf uses that fantastic brush by Nicola Rose, which is a BK Beauty brush, which is supposed to mimic your fingers, and she puts her concealer in the palm of her hand, then picks it up with the brush and applies it, but I'm too nervous to do that. I just don't think that that's going to work on my very wrinkly, crinkly under eyes. So I would prefer to use my finger. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get a bit of concealer onto my finger like that. And actually, let me zoom you in so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And I'm going to now apply the concealer very, very gently with this finger here. I might not have put enough on actually. Just going to add a bit more. Now I seem to remember Gabby in her recent concealer video talking about using a full coverage concealer. Now this one isn't. I think this is medium. I'm not against full coverage, but I just thought we wouldn't do that today. So the most important thing now is to get a damp beauty sponge and smooth it out. So I'm going to use this little one. Is that damp enough? I'm just going to, I don't know why I always make a funny pursing of lips when I do this. Can you see? That's looking pretty good, isn't it? It's not too creasy, it's not too heavy. We are going to be putting powder on afterwards, but I think we might just leave it at that rather than fiddling with it too much and let it settle. Yeah, I think that's fine. Now let's do the other side, the left side. And I'm going to be using the IRL Filter Finish by Revolution, which again has a similar doe foot, although we're not going to be using the doe foot in this instance. And I can't remember the shade. I think it is again something like 25N. So it is quite a similar product, I'd say. That's what the doe foot looks like. So let's pop some. Now I'm going to be using this finger. Yeah, let's pop it on this side. Oh, I don't know my left from my right. You know, I am terrible. I am right-handed. I'm just going to put a bit more because I think I didn't have enough last time. So there we are. We've dabbed some on the back of our hand. I'm just going to pick that up now. You know, I've done it again, haven't I? Never mind. No, you are a pranit. Right, I'm going to put this on my right hand because I'm going to pick it up with my left. I don't know what I'm doing here. Because I'm going to pick it up with my left. It also should make it easier for you to see what I'm doing. Right, let me zoom you in. That's better. So pick it up with this finger on my left hand because I'm going to be applying it with my left. Okay, and then we're going to get the damp beauty sponge again. So there we are, that's concealer applied before we put the powder on. And I think both eyes are looking very good. In fact, I think this eye is definitely looking the best it's looked for a while because this is the dodgy one. So the next thing we're going to do is apply powder. And I went all around the houses this morning thinking, shall I use a different powder to the one I always use, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Finish, as you can see, very well loved and used. I thought about using the Hourglass. I've got 2 Hourglass powders. Actually, I've got 3 because I've got a new loose one as well that I need to try. I thought about trying the Prisme Libre by Givenchy, but in the end I did settle for my OG. Now, the only caveat I have to say about the affordable side is I'm afraid the affordable side is going to have the Charlotte Tilbury because I've not been able to find a pressed powder that is as good as the Charlotte Tilbury, but please let me know in the comments if you know one, and let me know in particular if you're in America, because I'm about to go to the States, or at least in about 3 weeks' time. I'm going to New York. Oh, I'm so excited. Just for a few days. My daughter's working there and I just thought, let me piggyback onto her trip. I'm paying for myself, of course, but I'm joining her as she'll be working, and I thought we could spend a couple of evenings together having dinner and all of that sort of thing. So excited, which means, of course, I'm going to be attacking all the Ultas and Sephoras I can find while I'm there so that I can find products that we cannot get over here. So let me know if there are any powders, any pressed powders that are affordable that you recommend. And actually, I was having a chat in the comments about Essence the other day, which weirdly I think is a Polish brand. But can we get it in England? No, we bloomin' well can't, or at least I haven't been able to find it. So do let me know about that as well, because apparently their products are great and that would be lovely if I could get hold of any, but sadly I can't seem to get them. And even if I can, they're very few and far between what's actually available. Right, so let's start applying the powder. This is a bit scary, but let's see how we get on. So you really don't need very much at all, do you? I mean, look at that. Let me zoom you in. I mean, there's not a crease to be seen, is there? Amazing. Right, let's do the other eye. Okay, there's the other eye. I mean, I think that's looking pretty good, don't you? So there's the application. What we're going to do is I'm going to go and put the rest of my makeup on, come back, we'll have a quick chat, and then we'll come back later in the day, maybe at 4 hours and 8 hours, to see how the concealer and this method of application has fared. Fingers crossed it's going to work well. Okay, there we are. I've got the rest of my makeup on, and the rest of my makeup is the e.l.f. Soft Glow Foundation, the e.l.f. Liquid Blush, my absolute fave eyebrow pencil by Laura Mercier, the Victoria Beckham Soft Kajal eyeliner, the Lash Primer by L'Oreal, and the Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash Mascara, which I've nearly finished. And finally, the NYX lip pencil and the Milani lip plumper. And like I say, all the details of all the products will be down below in the description box. So I'm going to go off now, and I will come back in a few hours and we'll see whether this method of applying primer under the eyes followed by concealer and powder really works. And also we'll see which side has fared better. So will it be the high-end side or the drugstore side? See you in a bit. Don't go away. So here we are in the full sun. Excuse the washing hanging out. I think it's looking pretty good. What do you think? It's a beautiful afternoon. It was really chilly this morning, but actually it's not too bad now. Let me come in close. Can't actually see what's going on in my phone while I do this, but I am in full sun. So not bad at all, I would say. Anyway, I'll check in again this evening and we'll have a proper roundup and see how we've got on. So it's just coming up for 5:45, so we're just over 9 hours in. And let's have a check in. Now, I've just had a good look with my magnifying mirror. And what I can say is this, and let me zoom you in. Now, I'm just going to caveat what I say, well, not caveat exactly, but explain that my skin, my complexion is going through a really bad time. The last 2 or 3 days, I seem to have got some kind of allergy which has died down a bit. It was like having a heat rash on my neck, and I had to put some hydrocortisone cream. I know you're not supposed to, just 1 or 2 nights because it was so itchy. And what's happened is I've got some awful dry patches around here, and I think what's happened is that the dryness has extended to my under eyes. However, I don't think there's been any actual creasing. What do you think? Let me come as close as I possibly can. I mean, yes, they look a bit dry, but they don't look bad, do they? They don't look moist and sort of glistening and super creasy, I would say. I think they just look normal, if a little bit on the dry side. So I think this technique really does work. It's certainly working for me. And by the way, I haven't touched up my makeup in any way. All I've done is, because my lipstick came off, I've put a little Eucerin. I love this stuff, actually. This is Eucerin Acute Lip Balm. Is it Acute? I think that's what it says. Yes, Acute Lip Balm. By the way, as I mentioned earlier, when I go to New York, I'm actually going to get my hands on the Aquaphor that comes in a stick. At least if it's not fragranced anyway, because you can't get it here. In fact, every balm I've ever tried to get here that's in a stick always has fragrance in it. I don't know why. Anyway, there we are. That is my technique for applying concealer and stopping it from creasing, and I think it really works. And actually, the other thing we need to say is I don't think this eye, which is the affordable eye, so to speak, is any better or any worse than the high-end eye. Okay, admittedly, we've used the same powder, but we haven't used the same concealer and we haven't used the same primer either. So that's good to know. So let me know what you think. Would you try this technique, or have you tried it and did it work for you? I mean, if we're going to use a primer anyway, and I am tempted to continue using primers, it's not something I've done in the past, but really it doesn't take 2 seconds to apply a primer before you put foundation, or maybe you're not, or maybe not even foundation, just concealer where you need it, then why not? So I really hope this video has been helpful to you, and if it has, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe to my channel. I've had so many new subscribers over the last month or so, and I'm so delighted, but of course I would always like more. And if you've enjoyed it, I hope you will consider doing so. And if you'd like to hear more from me, I have a monthly newsletter, and actually the next edition is coming out next Friday. So this video is going up on Sunday, and the following Friday will be when the next newsletter drops. And in that, I don't just talk about beauty, fashion and lifestyle, but I also talk about books, TV, film, videos, other content creators, and all the other bits and bobs that enhance our lives. And now YouTube is going to pop up a couple of videos on the screen that you might be interested in. So if you'd like to stick around and watch more of my videos, please do. And I thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. I cannot tell you how exciting it is that my little channel is now growing, and it means the absolute world to me, particularly in this next decade of my life. And I hope you're all doing really well, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye!